Hey, Damian Mason coming at you with a brief discussion on the topic of agricultural economics and a possible moral dilemma. Okay, economics is, as you've probably been told, the study of supply and demand, or managing scarcity, or allocation of resources. But economics at its very fundamentals is about human decision making. You make decisions based on emotion, but you also make an economic decision, choices, if you will. This headline is just in today's Wall Street Journal, and you'll see that it says meat packer JBS, which is one of the nation's 4 largest meat packers, is now sending workers home. You might recall that in April, we had a panic buying issue with meat. We had meat shortages briefly, and then limits on how much meat you could buy because of meat processing plants being shut down due to workers contracting coronavirus. So this looks like it's happening again. So far, we've not shut down any plants, but that could be looming. Vaccines are on the way, or so we've been told. Vaccines are also going to be limited. So speaking of managing scarcity and allocation of resources, what we are being told here in the United States of America is that the very first people that will be eligible for and getting the vaccines and the vaccinations will be healthcare workers, those on the front lines that are keeping the rest of us healthy and exposing themselves to the virus. They're also saying that there's going to be the next line, and that would be the residents of long-term care facilities. In other words, elderly people in nursing homes. But the moral dilemma comes in something like this. If it's going to be late spring before there's adequate amounts of vaccine for all of us, should the elderly that are in their final weeks, months, or maybe years of their life be the first line of people to get vaccines after healthcare workers? Or should it be those that keep our food supply stocked and stable, food and agricultural workers? So the moral dilemma may never arise. We may have adequate amounts of vaccine. We might have limited amounts of disruptions to our food supply chain. But what if? And that's always the issue of economics. It poses the question that maybe you don't want to have to answer, but economics would tell you the greater benefit for all of society is to prioritize our food and agricultural workers with vaccinations versus those that are in the final weeks, months, and years of their life. But will we do that? Likely not. Damian Mason bringing you the economics and the potential moral dilemma as it relates to the food you have on your dinner plate and what is available at your grocery stores.